So the first seasonal of 2020 has its qualifying period starting now. And once again, I'm not really going to worry about grinding the ladder, but I am going to try and collect Prime Glories each week. While there's hopefully a chance that Riot's going to ask me back to commentate again, nothing's a sure thing, so I want to collect those to give myself a chance to qualify on the off chance they want to cycle through other commentators for that event. So I'm going to be playing at least one Gauntlet per week. This week for the best of one pick ban. So you submit 3 decks for best of one pick ban one of your opponents, and then you and them just play one game with each of your remaining decks to decide the winner. I've chosen to register 2 decks that we've played before. So you've got Ash Kench. There's this deck is up on my website. You can find a tech about it there. I've got Zoe Lux, which is actually my highlight on my highlight channel today. So there's a deck tech of this up there. I'm also going to be adding this one to my website later today as well. And then I built this Riven Swing deck that we're going to play in a full video set later today as well, because being able to give Swain Overwhelm with the Reforged Blade seems really sweet. So again, if you want full deck techs at the start of these, check out the other individual deck videos for these. I'm just going to go ahead and dive on into the Gauntlet and play some games here. Both the Burr, thank you for the 10 months of Prime support. I really appreciate that. Welcome. Thanks for keeping me around. Ash Kench, Riven Swain, Zoe Lux, confirm. So, for those that aren't familiar with Runeterra's setup, the way it works for Prime Glory is your first Gauntlet each week is eligible for Prime Glory. If you get all 7 wins, you get that Prime Glory, and then Prime Glories turn into buys in the end of seasonal, in the last chance qualifier for the end of seasonal tournaments. So you can get up to 5 buys in the last chance Gauntlet. So let's dive in here. You appear to have a sword, Chef Seth. Hey, thanks for the 28 months, protagonist. I really appreciate that. Thanks for dropping in this morning. Good morning. So these are both pretty aggressive. I think I'm going to ban... I guess this is probably an aggro deck, too. I think I want to play against Overwhelm the least, so I'm going to go ahead and ban that. Kench goes away, and then... I think I'm pretty happy to play Lux Zoe into either of these decks. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that one. We've not played Riven Swain on stream as of yet, but by the time this goes up on YouTube, it'll be going up with Riven Swain as well. So Riven Swain's going to be one of the decks we do a segment with later today, LinkedIn. So opponent is playing Fearsome Aggro here, and this is actually a full mulligan here. Grand Plaza off of Paths is too slow against an aggro deck, and I definitely want just like my 2 mana plays. Zoe makes the rules is. And this is a fantastic start for us. We have Zoe on 1 here, which is obviously always great, and then we have Shield Bearer into succession, both of which make 3 power units here. So excellent blockers against the Spookies.
Unyielding light.
Unyielding light. Pretty easy open attacks here, I think. I think I'm happy making this cheaper. Yeah, man. Someone commenting on I'm playing a deck that I haven't played on stream before. Runeterra is so much fun. I play games off stream, believe it or not. So I'm just gonna make a 3/3 here. I'm a little bit sad about making this 3/3 in the event that they have another Skitterer, which could be the chance since they played this. They played this here now. No second Skitterer deal. So we do this, and then we play Plaza here, and then we get to bank a spell mana and go up to 6, so I can play Remembrance next turn. They gonna like double Crawling Sensation here.
Serve me one way or another.
Well, it's funny. Christy and I were chatting the other day, and she's like, I feel bad that you worked all day, Jeff, and I didn't. I was like, well, don't feel bad. Like, part of the reason why I stopped playing Magic is because, like, Runeterra and the other variety games that I play don't feel like work, really. They're games that I just play for fun, because they're great. Whereas, like, Magic definitely felt like a chore the last little bit I was playing it.
As silk.
Huh. So we definitely want to kill Elise here. I think it's just Remembrance. This is guaranteed to give us something to kill Elise because of the Plaza here. Ooh, that's a nice one. Huh. With this hit, is it too greedy to hook this first? I feel like it's not, right? Because they'd have to have double Pale Cascade to punish this, right? And if they burn double Pale Cascade, killing my companion here, I think I'm okay with that. Like, I'm still at 18. No, the opponent's Archetype doesn't play things like Grasp. Black Spear is not a card they play either. That's probably gonna cost them. Why is it better than hooking Elise first? Because if I hook Elise first, Pale Cascade trades for my 6/6. So, by hooking the Doom Beast first, they have to have double Pale Cascade to kill my scout. I mean, opponent did something that I've done multiple times on stream. They forgot that their bench was full because something was pulled up front. Alright. The game has ended. GG, WP. Zoe count doesn't really matter here. She's at 7 of 10, though.
Devotion through battle.
Well, that's rude. Morning, Nick. I suppose they could maybe Harrowing us out of this game still. They're playing this to the bench, which would imply that they don't have a Harrowing. I'll do this now instead of burning the mana, I think. Morning, Travel Dev. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Super happy to trade some stuff off here. Second and third plazas feel kind of average. I mean, yeah, the second and third plaza aren't good. Congrats. You are correct that I don't want to play more plazas. I also, like, it's also worth thinking about, though, like, the second and third plazas also aren't really hurting me, right? Like, I have plenty of things to do. Like, the first plaza in play is good being in play, and the other plazas being plazas, like, isn't a big deal. Huh? It's a little unfortunate that my bench is a little stacked up. Hey, thanks for the Prime Arcs. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, I agree. When people adjust to the metagame and start playing more removal for it, you're gonna be happy it's there.
Bask in her radiant blessing.
So this'll be Zoe spell. This'll be Zoe spell number 10. You end up cutting a Plaza. I think that's an incredible mistake. Saying that my deck is spell heavy, so I want fewer Plaza is super reductionist because most of my spells make mana, which is again why it's not just like things like that in deck building games aren't just binary. It's not just okay, I have spells in my deck. Make units, yeah, whatever. Like, literally, almost all of my spells make units. Most of them. This makes units. This makes units. The 6-mana spell makes units. Like, there's so many units in my deck. Supernova sounds great in the event that they Harrowing next turn, so I'm gonna grab that. Yeah, I agree. I think, and here's the other way to think about Plaza. I think the games that you lose while you keep Plaza in play tend to be few and far between, so maximizing the games where you get to keep Plaza out is a good thing. So, do I actually want to do this turn? Are we dead to that? Why would we be dead to that? Can you explain? I think I actually want to just play Golden Sister, right? For fuck's sake, chat. I'm tapping out the people that are bad at math. I have a gain 5 in my hand. These two don't have Fearsome. And I can deploy another thing that blocks, and I can give my entire board lifesteal. and I have a game 5? Like, come on. Stop it. Get some help. It did, it just doesn't have the icon. It looks like the icon's actually down behind its picture there for some reason.
I will hold the line.
But Jeff, you didn't have lethal without playing a card. Yeah, that's why I played a card. The people saying, "Are you just dead? Did you expect me to click OK and just pass priority?" What is up? Come on, Twitch chat. Yes, I agree. In most instances, in most card games, I just lose in the event that I don't play any cards and I skip my blocks. Yeah, you're just dead, Jeff. Just go for the surrender button. Yeah. All right, we beat double harrowing. Good chat. You've been turned into a goldfish, accept your fate. Why did I play a lifesteal card? Yes, exactly. But why? So my lineup today is super mid-rangey, so I'm basically just like banning the most controlling deck in most people's lineups. I don't want people to go over the top of me. And honestly, I know this isn't going to be super exciting for the variety for you at home, but if people keep letting me play Lux Zoe, I'm probably just going to keep playing Lux Zoe. This deck's great. And people hate playing against Kench. There's a good chance Kench gets banned most rounds. So mulligan all the rest of these looking for a Zoe, because if I don't find a Zoe, I'm just going to Remembrance on 3, because I'm attacking on odds. Nailed it. And now, we'll go Zoe on 1 into Plaza on 3. Maybe this? We'll see. We'll see. Zoe gives us a lot of choices. We are Gumi. As a heads up, I will update the stream title as we change. So whatever is at the start of my stream title is what I'm currently doing. Okay, so Demacia Poros is interesting. Paradigm shift time. I think we're in the market to just make these cheaper for now. They passed. I kind of want to play out a 3-3 just so I don't take too much damage on this board, I think. I guess I could have just played out the Priestess as well there. Maybe that's better. Would have also technically stabilized this board. This Poro is really scary, so I'm gonna block him. I probably won't have an answer on that until the New Year silence. Most of Riot just went on holiday break. Honestly, rolling up Crescent Strike seems really good. Just like having that in my back pocket. In the portal. They played a Grinding Stones. What are the odds that their deck is playing like Field Rush? Like, not that scary. Yeah, getting the silence for this card could be good. Could have been good. We've got some of these to obliterate still, so like not super worried about it. Definitely Darius Emblem, Coach B-Ball. The Zoe Fizz deck is something more akin to like a Delver deck coming from Magic, which that style of deck tends to be more beneficial when you're more familiar with like what types of answers you're playing around in a game.
Many tribes under one banner.
If I would have gotten a silence that time, I would have taken the silence. But I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and grab this. And then I think I'm going to open on stunning both of these. And seeing what they do. Rolling up these Crescent Strikes is also really important in the event that my opponent is a Feel the Rush deck. And we get Feel the Rush next turn. Honestly, the Elusive kind of sounds good at this point. They're at 7. Sigan, thank you for the quarter of a year. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
Time for talking. Avarosans, stand together. Good luck. Have fun.
That's what you have?
Thanks for the card.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
Okay, so this levels Zoe, and then this gives my board Elusive, and they die. Alright, they're dead.
Rome is on the job.
Wheel turns. Day becomes night.
Time to make colors! So, Zoe's leveled mode says for the rest of the game, whenever you summon an ally, grant its keyword to all allies. So, Elusive. Boom, boom. Doo-doo-doo.
That was super fun, and I gotta say,
No, it's actually for the rest of the game. So even if they kill Zoe, you retain her leveled text to share your keywords. So it's just like a trigger. If you've played Magic before, it's very similar to how Planeswalker emblems work. Again, just going to... I was going to say I'm going to continue banning their most controlling deck, but they've got Lee Sin and never not banning Lee Sin. Never not banning Lee Sin, chat. Always playing Lux Zoe. We've not seen Lux yet, no. We played a full set with this deck yesterday as well. It was my highlight video on my YouTube highlights today. It's very, very sweet. I like it. I like it a lot. Honestly, I think I just might keep this whole hand. Like, mulliganing for Lux on screen... Mulliganing for Lux in this matchup isn't great anyway, so they're very removal heavy. There is not an emblem indicator or anything like that on screen, which is definitely something that should be added.
Protects me.
Things like War Mother's Call and Zoe's emblem, effects that last through the game, should have some kind of indicator somewhere. This hand is so slow. I mean, we're not an aggro deck. So I'm not quite sure what you expect my hands to do.
Sunlight guide you, my brethren.
Yeah, having Zoe to start against the interaction heavy removal deck is not particularly good. That's not going to win you very many games. You can play like got it, Twitch chat. I think we just do this here. This lets me go Radiant Guardian next turn into Golden Sister on my next turn. Thank you for the 17 months, Sandster F. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
Time for the main event.
Ha. So, with this play, do I just plunk down the Shield Bearer to Stonewall them? I'm gonna go ahead and pass.
Back, heretic.
Looks like this guy drew the nuts. I mean, not really. What about my opponent's draw seems study to you?
Virtue guides me.
Like we're at 15. I just played this. I have Plaza plus Golden Sister rolled up here. Feels like we're in a pretty reasonable spot. So this is actually pointless. I guess it gives this a point towards leveling.
What once was two, now is one. Strike for justice!
Excuse you. No way.
So kind of expecting this to get flocked, but that's fine. Sure. Well, so here's the thing, Anorak. You obviously must be new here. I don't give a shit what your rank is. In fact, I would argue that telling someone your rank is never a meaningful reason to make what they're saying valid. There's this idea in card games that too much weight is put on ranking. There are plenty of good players that aren't masters, and there's plenty of mediocre players that make it into masters by sheer force of volume. The quality of your ideas and the discussions you can have surrounding them is in no way related to what your mostly arbitrary rank is while playing the game. If someone asks you why your idea is good and the only thing you can say is, well, I'm master's rank, then your idea probably sucks.
I thought you'd never ask.
Falling star!
It's Priestess to start here, see what we get. Comet sounds great. Does it? Does it sound great? Sister actually sounds great again. I kind of want the lifesteal. I guess this is good. This makes me a what's it called too? Play Captain Pharaon.
Charge! Check me out!
You're missing the synergy with Rummage, Harlequin.
Forward in the name of the Solari.
In the name of the Solari. I think I'm into Supernova. We're at 9 mana at this point. So, Guillotine checks when you play it and upon resolution that its conditions are met. So, if I heal this, it does not die.
Time for the moneymakers.
Got me. Morning, Shining Dragon. I'm gonna go ahead and Spell Thief to level my Lux here so we can blast this.
I've been hiding my light too long. No more holding back.
Maybe this was wrong, and with the rest of the stuff in my hand, I should have gotten a threat with that invoke. It's a great pickup.
Think I'm still like a yodel in uniform.
Did Spell Thief give you a fleeting Mystic Shot? I don't believe so. Well, thank you for the 2/3 view. I really appreciate that. Welcome back. Good morning. Leveling up Lux does not re-give barrier, no. Bye, friend. Is this deck on the website? It will be this evening. It is, however, my YouTube highlight for the day.
Did we win?
So if you go to my Hooglandia highlights channel, all of the best decks I play on stream end up on the highlights channel. A lot of them end up on the website too, but not as quickly. So, if you have not subbed to my new Runeterra only YouTube channel, the Hooglandia highlights channel is the content for you. Drop by and give it a sub and a watch. Going to continue banning. I was gonna say my opponent's control decks, but they've got the deep here as well. Huh. Kench is so good at soaking bans. He's so I was trying to find a third deck to pair with these two, and I was like, I like Ash Kench. I'm gonna play that one because people like to ban Kench. I mean, I like the Ash Kench deck. People have been hurt by Soraka Kench shit. Alright, I'm gonna look for my Zoe here, I think. No Zoe, found a goat, have 2 draws at Zoe. Is this KDA music? It is! This is the KDA game board. And it even has a little dial here on the side that I can click to change what we're listening to. A Lee Sin one trick. I think you becoming a Lee Sin one trick would be a public service because it'll push its win rate up, and hopefully they'll do something about that card.
The Demacian soldier is worth 10 foes.
Worth 10 foes. We could get Leona'd here. Playing this into a Leona might be wrong. Might be right to just open on the goat attack.
Show them our mettle.
Now they see who I truly am.
Currently 5-0 in pick ban with Zoe, Fiora, Raka, Kench, and TF Gohard. Ah! You're the bad guy. That's true. We could sharp sight the goat into attack. That's fair.
The strength of the sun and my faith are one.
Clad in shining sunlight.
This is my 4-7. There are many like it, but this one is mine. We're both burning 2 here. Am I okay with that? I'm okay with that. This is a great one to hit when you have Plaza out.
Ours is the one true light.
The moose is loose. Build your own Elmheart. Yep.
Virtue guides me.
Virtue guides me.
The guilty were banned.
Sure.
Avenge me.
So we're ahead on board by a little bit, but our hand is pretty mediocre, all things considered. Really looking for like a Lux or a Star Shaping or a Solari Priestess. So, no, he's fine. Not amazing, but fine. She at least generates some card advantage for us.
I bear a message from. Oh, hey, what's that?
What's that? Just gemming this a little bit, so that way I spend some of my mana this turn. Getting some cards out of my hand also has some value. I just don't really want to burn all that mana. Let's Priestess to start and see what we get here. Man, these really aren't great. I guess Written in the Stars is probably fine. Let's read the
Daylight
stars.
warms the heart and lights the way.
To shine like the sun, you must burn like it.
Morning, Gar.
First light illuminates the land. Behold the sun's holy light.
Yeah, that's the reason. That's the reason to play this. Is it turns into Lux. Deal. I was sad about this draw, and then this happened.
You cannot sway me.
We're just burning a bunch of mana again. This turn is the problem.
Have faith.
I really needed this to be Lux. Alright, no second Hush. That's a good dodge. Oh, where are my meteor showers, chat? Or my my comets?
Bask in her radiant blessing.
This is our providence.
Unyielding light.
Your Crescent Strike is very nice tempo.
Believe or burn.
Yeah, I'm supposed to block plus trick there. I mean, these are theoretically lethal, right? I do have Hearthstone lethal, yeah. So this gets us a single combat, right? And then I can sharp sight here and do this. Like it's gonna matter.
It is time.
I mean, they have a bunch of cards in hand and can't play anything to the board. Their hand's obviously a bunch of bangers. The fact that we just like didn't have a Lux and 18 cards lost us this game.
Face me.
I bow to no one.
Can we steal it, chat? Can we steal it? About to get double Pale cascaded. Yeah, when the Written in the Stars hit us the second Zoe instead of the first Lux. Like, we had so many spells in our hand and just none of them were impactful enough. And like, if while casting, well, yeah, we drew a lot of bricks and we hit some unfortunate. And like, even there, like, it's worth noting, and that's why you really got to think about what happens in the games that you're playing. So like, not only did we miss Lux in the top half of our deck with a Written in the Stars being likely to hit one, but past that, we also were one turn away from being able to win there, right? No, you have to get to 7 wins, parade. So the way gauntlets work is, if you take a loss, you get a chance to redeem yourself, basically. So if we lose this game, I am done. Yeah, Kench sucks to play against. Nobody wants to play against Kench. Yeah, they're the same format as Expeditions. You get one chance on your last win. Well, they didn't have Zoe on one.
Trickster never loses because Zoe makes the rules.
Because Zoe makes the rules. Hi-ya! Kench not close, press a pick. One of the questions I feel like next time Ruben does a Q&A, I want to ask him if a deck's ban rate is something they're going to take into account when balancing things. Like, if a deck gets banned a lot, but it doesn't have a high win rate, is that a consideration for getting rid of it?
Discipline and steel.
Why is Kench unfun? No, it's not too good. It's because it's unfun. The types of play patterns it generates just really kind of suck. Oh, you know what? I should probably get Crescent Strike there. Although getting aggressive here also has some appeal.
Are they still here?
Well, they just Battle Fury to Rinding Stones, so I didn't have that on my bingo card, but here we are. I think I want to. I could like Spell Thief a Troll Chant, but Spell Thiefing a Battle Fury sounds better down the line. In fact, I'm gonna do this now so that way it can be free next turn, potentially. Oh, I should have clicked OK there and done this post-combat. Now I'm giving them a chance to do more stuff. Doesn't really matter. I'm playing the gems, that way it's not in my hand to be made free next turn. Gives me a better chance of getting more free mana out of their target's peak. Targan's Peak kind of counters Lux. I mean, not really. Like, the upside of your spell being free is well worth the downside of not triggering Lux.
We can do this.
Hey, why the day? Thank you for the entire year of support. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. Maybe I'm supposed to Radiant Guardian there. Time to make colors. All right, one elusive otter, please. Rats. Okay, so I guess we'll do that. I guess we'll do that and silence this. Thalia, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Good morning. Be very quiet. We're hunting grinding stones.
Ship time. Look at this reality. Look how sparkly.
Virtue guides me.
What's a punish, Samalander? What did I get punished for doing? Can you explain? Because I don't see any decision I made that I got punished for here. Help me understand. The silence could have been on the 10-10. It would still be a 10-10. It would just lose its stuff. Why do I care about the 10-10 when I've got this in the end? The silence definitely should be on the grinding stones. The silence on the stones is much better. It does, Brothor.
I bear a message from. Oh, hey, what's that?
Yeah, it's a base 10-10. It isn't buffed to a 10-10.
Oh, there's
Silencing this would still be better if I know they have the 10-10.
never back down from what you believe.
So this is probably a pump spell, right? The question is, am I okay with that? Yeah, I think I am.
With me.
Alright, and just like that, because we won this game, the loss that we took no longer matters. We're 4-1 now, or 3-1?
Never give up.
Target's Peak is so overpowered, yep. Opponent's archetypes are all super mid-rangey. I think we ban this here. I think anybody who's talking about Targon's Peaks being too powerful as opposed to too swingy or too feels bad is unrealistic and doesn't understand how to evaluate cards. I think there are valid discussions to have about whether Targon's Peak creates the type of games that you want to have exist in your card game, but I think from a pure power level perspective, anybody saying Targon's Peak is too strong is nonsensical. Definitely not too strong. Hey Sid, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Good morning. I agree, Jin. Their gauntlet structure is really well done. Ash Ribbon. Yeah, I think one and done in the finals is fine so long as it's always pairing two people on their final round. I think I'm full mulliganing looking for Zoe here. Yeah, one more draw at her. I just didn't want to play an aggro deck. I honestly, actually, if I'm being completely honest, I brought Lux Zoe because I thought people would ban it less than Zoe Fizz, and I really just wanted to play with Zoe. You're not wrong, Nikinio. So I was expecting people to hate the idea of Zoe Fizz and ban it frequently, and I wanted to play with Zoe today, so.
I was born in battle and raised by war.
I bear a message from... Oh, hey, what's that?
Oh yeah, Anivia is miserable to play against. I definitely would expect people to ban Anivia. Control decks and combo decks are the two things people will ban the most. I agree that Ash Riven seems great. That's a pretty big downside to playing this. They're gonna get to trigger this now, and then this is gonna get to hook this in the backswing. Bro Hamilton, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. How's it turn this weekend? 0-2 drop. The decks I played weren't very good. The decks I played were only okay, and then I drew poorly and played poorly. It's not a good combination of things. Am I deploying another blocker here? I feel like I probably should. Kind of wishing. Actually, I'm gonna do... Silencing this actually isn't very good. I think I'm just supposed to play the Sergeant here. And then the Sergeant plus Sharp Sight can block this. I could also just take trades in combat and then drop Radiant Guardian. Applause indicates Culling Strike. Maybe. They could also just have a variety of different Flash Freeze effects here too. A lot of different things they could have.
My faith protects me. As the arrow flies, face me.
Queuing up with brews and to establish meta decks in last season is so hard. I don't know how you managed to top opens in week 1 in standard on SCG. Lots of experience. And by that, I mean if you're an above average player, you can win plenty of matches with your shit tier decks. Alright, this combat's going okay for us. They only have 2 mana here. They could have a +2 attack for somebody to kill one of these two. Okay, I mean, Troll Chant to survive both of these is annoying, but my things are living here too. I mean, like, that's just a truth, right? Like, and I honestly, I think that's a truth people don't talk about often enough. Too often, I hear people focus on the fact that good players with good decks can lose to variants, but, like, good players with mediocre decks and bad players with mediocre decks can also win due to that variance, too. Like, that cuts in both directions. I think I want to try and kill this. I could be right to try and kill Riven, though. They're getting pretty close to reforging. If I do this, I can attack with this as well. I'm going to do that. It's close on who I want to kill here, and this trade making this an impossible attack I think is ideal. I think it's right to just make this cheaper here. My hand is kind of gummed up in terms of things I have going on.
I fight for the fallen.
It sings to me.
Wonder if we'll see them open attacks here.
Avarosans, stand together. You're mine.
Hold back the darkness.
I think I just need to survive this combat step. They could have pump spells here, press a pick. Especially with, like, Plaza in my hand, I think I'm just supposed to be, like, as conservative as possible here. I mean, they're playing Riven, chat, so they could be playing various pump spells that work with Riven. Yeah, weapon hilt especially. It could be something that we could see. Like, I don't want to block going to 4 there and then get double weapon hilted out of the game. I think it's just an unnecessary risk. My sequencing here was bad. This Zoe should have one more thing on her. So one of the things I'm timing people out for here, because it's just a shitty card game player thing to do, is like, this format is new, decks aren't established, and this idea that, like, this archetype that's brand new because this champion was just introduced to the game, like, that this is well known and it's solidified and we should know exactly what the opponent is doing, is nonsense bullshit. It's the same type of stupid stuff that players are like, the cards have been out for 24 hours and we know what the best deck is. You don't. It's just not how card games work. Take a deep breath and acknowledge that we don't know, and it's okay to not know. It's okay to just be like, well, this is new, and this is the range of things they could have. Kolobot, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. God, you don't want to get second Radiant Guardian down this turn. I think I'm just doing this, though. Maybe it's right to lead on Solari Priestess. Get that Daybreak trigger.
Daylight warms the heart and lights the way.
The win con, well, you see, I have all of these units, and I attack with them, and by attacking with my units, I reduce my opponent's Nexus total to 0. It's a very strong strategy.
A true Freljordian welcome.
The what's your win con questions is always one of the weirdest questions to me. It's like my win con is playing my cards and attacking with them. Holy shit, that's unlucky. That's unreal. I was hoping to get a cheap thing to kill this. I guess, no, I can't. I guess I have to take Moon Silver, and I have to make this 2 and then play it and kill. Oh, I don't have unit mana. Wow, that's so unfortunate. Just either, I guess I technically could draw Star Shaping there. I was a little tilted at the end there. Reckoning is one of those. Reckoning is one of those cards that's just like so brutal. It's like awful, or it's insane and wins the game on the spot. So yeah, really needed to find Danger Noodle or the 4/1 there. And if we would have found either of those, we could have killed my opponent's Ash. I mean, Reckoning's just good against decks that have units in them. Scars of War, thanks for the follow. Never not banning Lee Sin. I mean, that's not strictly true, Precipic. Like, take the Garen Aesol Plaza deck. That deck has a ton of things that have 5+ attack in them. Alright, so we're definitely the beatdown against the deep. Zoe on 1 is great. Voidlings, thanks for the follow. Good morning. Oh, hey, what's that?
Give me the stuff. Stuff makes happy. Where to trust?
My faith protects me.
Get the trash. Eat the trash.
If I had to venture a guess, I would bet this matchup's not super good for us.
You bad.
You bad. So, I'm gonna go ahead and gem this right away, so that way they can't kill it with like a Vile Feast or something.
I will tend this garden.
Huh? This is the more aggressive option? Okay. Opponent probably had something real life come up with. What? If it's a secret level, you have to find it in the other level, bud. Well, you have to keep looking, buddy. I don't know where they are either. Take a deep breath. It's tough trying to find the secret levels, I know. I'm gonna ban Sajani Tryndamere, because I kind of wouldn't mind playing the Zoe deck against this. Jacob, you can't be in here with the sound from that while I'm working. I'm sorry. I need you to go back out. Up. He is playing Minecraft Dungeons, and he really wants to play all of the levels. Sharpsight might be worth keeping here if I mulligan into a Zoe. Yeah, I'm going to keep the Sharpsight, actually, because if we hit Zoe, I'm going to want it. If you're a parent with small children and you enjoy dungeon divers / crawlers like Diablo-style games and you want a kid-friendly IP to play with your kids, Minecraft Dungeons I would highly recommend. It's a great co-op couch surfing game, and Jake plays on his own too, but we also play together sometimes. You can play on the same device on the TV. It's wonderful. Real life is too random and swinging. Losing a game because of real life events is too strong. We need to ask Riot for some nerfs. Big mood.
Daylight warms the heart and lights the way.
With the Lux rolled up in my hand already, I think I'm going to try and save Remembrance for after her. You got it. You have drained my 1/2. Wonder if we're gonna see a second one here. Just like try and get that going ASAP. Is IRL going to get the 2021 patch soon? Yeah, exactly. How you choose and build your decks for Gauntlet. A lot of people like to act like there's this some. Let me just here's the video. There's no big secret. Pick 3 decks that you like playing that don't overlap. I'm sure some super spike player is gonna tell you that like there's this giant board full of decisions they make that involves like the lunar eclipse lining up and shining on the perfect set of decks. But like the reality is like your win rate doing that versus just playing 3 decks you like is like gonna be probably about the same. You haven't seen the spreadsheet of the matchup tables? Here's the dirty little secret you need to know about card games. No card game pays you enough money consistently to be worth playing decks that you don't love playing. So always pick decks and play decks that you love playing. You will win more often if you are happier while you play your game.
Keep up, keep up.
And here's the real key. Even if you don't win, if you pick decks that you like playing, you'll still be a winner because you'll enjoy yourself. Precipic talking about me doing well in week 1 tournaments with decks that were bruised, like, part of the reason I did well was because I was just playing decks that I liked playing. You may have fun, catch all the Pokemon.
People.
Yeah, that's true too. There's also not only, and there's some statistical backing to playing decks that you like as well, because you are more likely to have experience playing decks that you like. And if you have more experience playing decks that you like, you probably know the matchups better. So like that will balance out playing a deck that's like marginally better on win rate in the abstract. Cybertech, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. SMP, welcome to Hoglandia. My wife is wonderful. Am I just dropping this? I think I'm just dropping this, right? Because it means I don't want to attack. Spikes are largely insufferable. I agree. So what you're saying is they need to nerf decks that people like, Big Moon. I think we're sharp sighting to eat this for sure. Fall heretic. Zap definitely looks like a heretic to me, chap.
Try again.
Okay, so now my opponent has a pack your bags rolled up, which I think means that next turn I want to play Golden Sister.
Daylight star will rule the skies.
What type of deck do you equate to the KDA board? Oh, Target decks usually. Is there a gate for the next patch set already? Sometime in February will be the next set release. Burned out on Magic for now, and finally tried Runeterra because of you and what you said about the economy. I really enjoyed it. Got Prime Glory using Darius, Go Easy, and Sunny Dragons. It's been a lot of fun. Hey, Critfall, thanks for the 9 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Sunny Dragons was a deck I almost played, but it's the same regions as Zoe Lux, so I couldn't. Now the question is, can my opponent deploy enough to the board here to have me dead on open attacks? Oh wait, I can play Remembrance. Deal. 1 Radiant Guardian, please.
You will be scoured from this land. Just run while you can.
Do. It's the hardest to get to the third knob. There we go.
I've whipped up something special.
We playing bilge rules, son?
Yeah, I wish the knob didn't have delay. I actually, what I wish I could just click on the pink and have it go right to the pink. That's what I would like to do. I think Misfortune is a good champion. Yeah, Misfortune is in a couple of different good decks. So there's the Pirate Burn deck as well as the Demacia Scouts deck. I personally prefer Pirate Burn out of those two.
Like fish in water.
The Plaza MF deck is the Scouts deck, press a pick. In my mind, that's just the new Scouts deck. So when I say Scouts now, that's the deck I'm referring to. It basically evolved into that. What? Demacia Scouts is evolving? Man, they're already at 2 packs again. I've never liked Scouts in general. Man, am I about to get packed for a second time? I'm about to get packed for a second time on turn 7. Alright, well, we didn't get packed for a second time, so we got that going for us. Glass half full. Definitely want to just open attacks here and gain some life back. Think I just let this happen. 17 versus 20 is not that different. You found a way to open the drawbridge. Good job figuring it out. I told you if you practice, you would figure it out.
Fail. Okay.
The sun is
Okay,
shining.
tell me
You
real
should
quick.
too.
Stop.
In the Never portal.
So go to forward. And I have a window. And I'm going to my boat and the house failed.
That's really cool. You did a really good job, Jade.
I found something inside here.
Okay, Daddy's working right now. I can play with you after, okay? Good job figuring that out, though. See, if you keep trying, you can figure it out. You're a very smart boy. That's cool. It says you can put runes in there. Maybe go upstairs and ask Mommy, and she can help you look up how it works. Alright, so... That's a Ledros. Hey man, thanks for the prime. I really appreciate that. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch right now. Thanks for shipping me your Bezo bucks this month. That's gonna be a tough nut to crack. That means we gotta try and end this game sooner rather than later. I guess Lux technically helps us do that. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is a position where I just can't beat Pack Your Bag, so I feel like I'm not supposed to play around it. I guess this kind of beats, maybe. I have this plus this to level Lux, so like maybe we could be okay here. I'm not sure we're in a position to beat second Pack. Let's find out. All these are kind of whatever. Guess this giving Overwhelm is pretty okay. I think I want the cheaper one.
Demacian steel. Try Demacian Mekoshi my limit.
Hoping for no Vile Feast here. Sometimes they play 1 to 2 copies of that card.
My star fades.
No more holding back.
Does Feast pop barrier through top? I actually don't know offhand.
Lights out.
Yeah, the problem is they have Ledros. Press a pick. PYB is Pack Your Bags, I would assume.
You cannot sway me. Trespassers!
Alright, so now I play Zoe, and we hope to roll the Silence to deal with Ledros. I think is the plan. Oh, you know what? I should Plaza first, so that way she doesn't die to, what's it called, the deal one this turn. That's what I should do. I should Plaza first here.
Come closer. I don't bite.
Pray to whatever gods you believe in for the silence. Are we about to see a Vengeance by Zoe here? This feels like debating Vengeance in your Zoe. Pause. As a parent, I pray for silence regularly. Oh, that's rough. I guess the downside, the upside to that is that I get to Radiant Guardian now.
I fight for the fallen.
Discipline and steel.
Yeah, I think I made my last turn was sequenced poorly, and I should have let on Plaza. Okay, I think I definitely should have let on Plaza. I am not playing copies of Hush in this deck.
Hope burns on.
Why no Plaza this turn? Well, this turn's not done, and I wanted an extra blocker here. So I didn't play Plaza yet because I want this as a blocker. I'm going to play Plaza this turn. Unless they pass. If they pass, I'm going to take the pass. Am I taking the pass? No, it's the same decision. This is potentially lethal with this, right? Man, are we gonna beat double pack your bags?
Stand strong.
This has Overwhelm. I mean, even if they ruinate here, I succession and then I kill them.
We march. My life is lost, but not my purpose.
They have, they could just have Vengeance. They need a way to kill Zoe. But yeah, 9 plus 5 is exactly 14. They only have 3 toughness. I believe they're dead. I believe we have beaten Ledros double pack your bags. Yeah, we have. Yeah, we have, chat. This deck's excellent.
That was super fun, and I gotta say,
And now we play for glory. If you're new to the channel, welcome to Oaklandia and thanks for hanging out today. Be sure to check out my YouTube channels. I have one that's all Runeterra highlights. I post a sweet deck video there every single day. This Zoe control deck is the one that I posted there today, actually. So if you're looking for sweet things, that's definitely a great place to go for that. Who are we banning? They don't have any control decks here. Hecarim might be the thing I want to ban, actually. This is probably Overwhelm aggro. This is something aggressive as well. I think it's this or this. I'm gonna ban Hecarim. Haha! We get to play, and we get to play Lux Zoe for all the matches.
hey, Daddy,
Yes, Jacob.
can you help me find the ruin because
I can't help you right now, buddy. I promise I will help you after I'm done streaming today, okay? I love you. Ask Mommy, maybe she can look it up online for you, okay? Alright, so... Against aggro, I think I'm full mulliganing here. It might be right to keep Plaza. I can see keeping Plaza being correct. Because if I hit Succession, Plaza Succession on 3 on attacking on odds is really good. I'm gonna keep the Plaza. Perfect. Okay. So, Bank Spell Mana, 1 and 2, Plaza Succession on 3.
Push back the darkness.
Does this change things? I think this changes things. Is Succession better than Valor? Yeah, I think so. 3 mana works better. 3 mana works better with Lux in terms of generating Final Sparks, and the body blocking Fearsomes is really important. Succession line is worse so far. That's true. Yeah, I think with Nopify being a consideration, I'm gonna Shield Bearer into Zoe here. I think this draw especially changes my line. Wow, that's good for us. Deal Areno. Look how sparkly!
Pledge yourself to the shadows.
Huh. Is it crazy to just Succession here and smack them with everything? I think I like getting aggressive. Yeah, playing it around Nopify is also appealing. Worth noting, had this been the Valor card, we would have been able to kill one of these here. This is better against all the things that deal 1 though in the format. I assume they're opening attacks here. Alright, let the greed consume you. So they're like mono Demacia splash Z then? This is a huge punish. For the fact that they didn't open, yeah. And then speaking of opens, pretty sure we just slam here. Bird! Thank you for the 19 months, really appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around. This is fine.
I'm actually here.
And like I've still got star shaping rolled up here too.
It's a long path to get.
All right, 1 crescent strike, please. Those are not great. Do we take Charger just to have a chump blocker for the Fearsome? I think that's the play. No, I think it's Charger to have chump blockers for Fearsome, right? I guess I need a chump blocker for her. And I already have these. I need a chump. I'm gonna take the Messenger actually because it draws a card. It's a good play. Moonglow would keep Angel alive. Angel's gonna live anyways, because Angel can block. Angel has tough, chat.
I will end this here.
Fall, heretic.
You cannot sway me.
How does Celestial cards get Prismatic if a Prismatic card makes them?
Yielding light.
How close is Zoe? Not close.
You're covered.
I mean, the Fearsome on the Shadow didn't matter, chat. So chat, folks in chat, like, you're technically correct, but in, like, actuality, it just doesn't matter, right?
I won't back down. I'm like,
Ha! I was throwing that 3-2 away just to trigger Radiant Guardian here, but they were scared of a trick.
Some folks up.
I really hope that Zoe this season will serve as a reminder to everybody at home that you really need to take grains of salt with everything people say during spoiler season. Even really experienced players are consistently bad at evaluating cards before they've played with them.
Stay back. Fall, hit it.
You know, not all of them. I think a number of people, myself included, knew Zoe would be playable, but honestly, Zoe's even better than I thought she was going to be. She's really, really good.
Honor guide me.
We were all looking at the current. It was not an easy. God, you're so like and that's one of the things that'll show like card game players will never learn. We were looking at the current meta and we were looking at Go Hard. Go Hard is still in the format, chat. Go Hard has never been anything other than 10 to 15% of the format. This isn't Magic the Gathering where the best deck is 40% of the format. Zoe is also very good against the Go Hard deck. She generates a lot of value there. Like, did you not just see the game I played against Go Hard 20 seconds ago, where we beat double Go Hard with my Zoe deck, and Zoe was instrumental in beating them? Nine Clouds, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Like, from a theory perspective, it's good there, and from an anecdotal perspective, also great there. Tournaments see more Go Hard than the latter. Alright, I'm gonna time you out too because this isn't most of the internet. You can't just make bullshit up on my channel. This isn't like tournaments see more Go Hard. No, that's objectively wrong. That's just not true.
Sunlight's guiding
In
me.
times of crisis and aspect descends, the herald will reshape.
Oh, and hey, look it. The other thing people said, Zoe's impossible to level. I said Zoe was impossible to level. I was very wrong. Kill you.
Star will rule the skies.
Sounds annoying. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. It's okay to just say I was wrong. It's okay to admit that you misevaluated a thing and be like, we need to like take a step back and think about it. Like, what a great game to end on. All right, so we successfully one of the things that really needs to change and this is a cultural thing. This is not a card game thing, but it's the fact that it's not normalized to be able to say, I was wrong, I learned something new, I understand that this is different than what I originally thought, is so toxic in our culture and society. Like, when you admit that you're wrong on something, or you change your opinion on something, we should celebrate people changing their opinions when presented with new information, as opposed to grinding them into the ground and calling them stupid and a hypocrite. Like, that is why we have so many of the issues we have in society, is because, you know, when someone says, oh, I was wrong, this is different now, people are like, oh, they're a hypocrite, or they're stupid, they didn't know. It's like, no, you should celebrate people learning, and be like, this is a good thing. Yeah. So we successfully put Kench to my lineup, and people banned Kench, and we played Lux Zoe in every game in that set, and it was wonderful. Check out my highlight YouTube channel. We had a highlight with this deck today if you want a full deck tech on it and my thoughts on it, but I'm super happy with it. I'm gonna go ahead and put this, this is one of the lists to my website. I think it's super reasonable and competitive. This is easily the best Zoe control deck I've played. And yeah, and so as someone else commented, I've got a couple of Zoe decks in my deck editor, so I've been playing a lot. Did they ban Kench every single game? No, someone banned my middle deck one. Someone banned Riven Swain one time. Alright. So we're done with the Gauntlet. We got our Prime Glory. We're going to shift gears. We're not done with Runeterra, though. Don't go anywhere yet.